Hi, welcome to Buffzone, sponsored by Liquor Mart, home for all your tailgating needs. I'm Kyle Ringo, this is Ryan Thorburn. Ryan, the Buffs are off to a pretty lousy start to the 2012 football season. Lost to CSU, lost to Sacremento State. Nobody saw that coming. This week they're on the road at Fresno. What is your sense of where this program is right now?
Well, this program is rock slamming into bottom, I would have to say. Sacremento State is not a good Big Sky football team. Maybe they'll gain some confidence coming off a win in Boulder, but you know, this is a team that lost to New Mexico State by 30 points. Obviously, me and you picked the Buffs to bounce back in a big way. We picked this as one of, you know, the Buffs' 6 wins on their way to a bowl game. CSU would be another one. So, you know, what you've got right now is a team with tons of sophomores and freshmen that is playing for the future. And I think we can basically scrap this season in terms of them reaching their goal. But, you know, they have 10 games to kind of build towards the future and show fans that, you know, they're heading in the right direction. John Embry says the program's better off than it was a year ago, and that the record just isn't indicating that. But, you know, it's hard to swallow if you're a fan right now.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth as far as the whole bowl game stuff. I think that's a lost cause at this point, to be sure. This program just needs to focus on getting one win, any kind of win. It doesn't matter who it comes against. A road win this week against Fresno State, I'm sure, would put some wind back in their sails and give them a little confidence. It would be an actual road winning streak. You know, combine that with ending the season last year at Utah with a win. But I'm not sold that this program totally got over the whole road woes thing last year with that win at Utah. I'm going to have to see them win a few more games before I believe that, you know, that's completely out of this program. And I'm just interested to see them win one game, to finish a game. That's something that Embry talked about today at his press conference. They've gotten off to decent starts in both games. You know, they've had double-digit leads in the first half of both of these games, and they've given it away. They haven't adjusted well in the second half, and I would have to say for a second consecutive week, they got out-coached in the second half of this game against Sacramento State. And that's sort of disconcerting, I would imagine, for most Buff fans. And they definitely need to get that righted. It was interesting that Embry had a meeting with his assistant coaches just to kind of get everybody together, and he said that the focus of that meeting minutes after the game ended the other day was to just let them know that they were all still together. He all still believed in them, and he wanted them to sort of all go their separate ways that night and come back with some new ideas. And I guess we'll see if any of those new ideas, you know, help them get this thing turned around.
Yeah, I covered Mike Shanahan for a long time, and John Embry just came to see you from working for Mike in Washington. And I tell you what, Mike Shanahan is the best coach in the world for the first game of the year, and then obviously if he has 2 weeks to prepare for a Super Bowl, he's brilliant. And I think this coaching staff has done a good job getting these guys ready for these 2 games. They're up 14-3 on CSU, about to take control of that game. They're up 14-0 right out of the gate. So what's concerning to me is that the other coaching staffs are making adjustments right in the middle of the game, flipping the game, and CU has no counter move. So I think in terms of chess, you know, these guys are good at their first move and their game plan going in, but, you know, hopefully that meeting was about, you know, reacting to adversity in the middle of games.
I'll say this, I particularly on the offensive side of the ball for CU, I think they're still sort of limited. Especially with the lack of speed at wide receiver. There's only so many things you can do as an offense when you don't have that speed and aren't able to really challenge the defense in all areas of the field. And that's particularly lacking with CU right now. They need to find some sort of answer on the perimeter, get some more speed, and stretch defenses, challenge defenses a little bit more, make it more difficult for defenses to you know, slow you down in every aspect, and that's definitely lacking with this offense.
Well, this week they go to Fresno State. My prediction, which is 0 for 2 at this point, is that I think Colorado's going to be able to run the ball very effectively against Fresno State. Fresno State has trouble stopping the run. But conversely, you know, I really like Derek Carr's chances going up against 3 freshmen in the secondary. Doug Rippey's out, so you know the spread's 14.5. I think CU fights, but Fresno State wins this by 10.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't think that Fresno State wins this game by 14 points, but I do think Fresno wins the game, and the sky falls a little bit further.
Until next time.